Welcome to the Cairo International Arena here in the capital city of Egypt, and it's day 2 of the World Veterans Fencing Championships, and it's the finals session. We will start this session with the bronze medal match in the women's team competition. We're going to see the USA going up against Australia as all the athletes are announced out. USA line up with Robin Pernis, Barbara Shin Cunningham, Jane Eyre, Lydia Mazarol, Oxen Channing and Anna Manino. Up against a very strong Australian team. Melissa Young, Minyi Du, Linda Porter, Sandra Schwartz and Corinne Sopru. Our referees being announced out. I'm Karen Bashir and I'm delighted to welcome into the commentary box someone you may have heard before on the FIE's fencing channel, referee and fencer Bill Becker from the United States of America. Welcome, Bill.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here, and of course we don't expect you to be completely impartial. Is your team on for a bronze medal here at the World Championships? First off, Bill, you had a long journey to get over here, and it's a pretty quick turnaround for you as well.
Yeah, 23 hours to come and 24 hours going back, and I go back on Tuesday, so it's a long trip and a short time here.
And you made, along with your teammates, you all made the top 4 of your category.
Top 8. We all made the top 8.
Top 8 of the category. So half of the lineup for the men's sabre in your category were your teammates. You're a strong team. Yeah,
they're really strong. The guys did great today. Unfortunately, I ran into one of my teammates along the way and I lost. And now he's actually going to be fencing in the final just in a little while from now. He won the semi-final match as well. So.
And it's a strong USA women's team here. For those of you that are new to Veterans Championships, and the first time we're doing English-speaking commentary at a Veterans World, it's a really, really important competition to a lot of you, hence why you're doing such a quick turnaround. It means so much. Yeah,
we love it. I mean, you know, in my case, I've been fencing my whole life, and this is some way for me to continue and keep the competition. And for many of the ladies that are getting ready to fence this match, it's the same. I mean, we have Lydia Mazarol, who was world champion yesterday, Jane Eyre, who's been world champion numerous times in the past. So this is a strong team. They lost a close match with the British team to go into the bronze medal, and we'll see the British team in a little while, and you'll be impartial then.
I have to be impartial. I will remain impartial. That's my job, but you don't have to. Now, look, if you're new to the Veterans Championships, the team format, well, I'm new to it. I've learned about the team format. It's really interesting. There are 6 fights, so it's a cumulative score as in open fencing, but it only goes up to 30 points. And what they have are 2 A matches, 2 category A matches. Those are fencers between the ages of 50 and 59. 2 B matches, fencers aged between 60 and 69, and then 2 C matches, ranked athletes over the age of 70 years. But the order is decided at the beginning of each match. The referee tosses a coin, and whoever wins the toss chooses which category goes first, and then effectively the other team choose the second and third categories. Here for this match, we're going to have the eldest category first, followed by the youngest, and then finishing off with the B category fencers. And basically what they do is 1 C match, 1 A match, 1 B match, and then we rinse and repeat. But the teams can have 6 members, but only a maximum of 4 can fence, because a team can make a tactical substitution, or if necessary an injury substitution, just once in the match. And
1 each.
One per team. But it's interesting.
So you could have 5 fence technically if you had an injury and then you had a tactical solution, so you can do 2.
You can do 2 if there's an injury, Mm-hmm. And here we have an interesting lineup with the USA with a full complement of 6 fencers. And
they always have 6. They take 2 from each, and we've been doing that for years.
And it's interesting that Australia only have 1 Cat A fencer, but we're about to get underway as Channing for the USA takes on Sopru.
Nice attack there.
So we get a bit of an opportunity at the beginning of team sabre matches to talk about what people should look out for in saber, because it is the fastest of the three weapons. What tips would you give to a sort of a novice viewer?
I think that a lot of times they think it's the person who moves first, but just because they move first doesn't mean that their hand's doing the right thing or that their leg's doing the right thing. So it's kind of, you want a smooth action going forward, and if you don't want to pull the hand or drop the hand while you're doing that, because if you make a fast action and drop the hand and the other person goes directly with the tip, you're going to get attack in preparation, which is what's happening right now.
Both missing on that occasion.
The reprise of the attack comes from the right. Referee awards that.
So a video appeal called by Channing there, and
I don't think that's going to be turned over. I think he was correct.
I tend to agree with you. Now, in open fencing, there is a case to argue that once you get going on a long attack, it's very more often than not you should score that. But I've seen that a lot here at veterans level. If they get their long attack, they tend to score it. I'd say even a higher percentage of times.
Yeah, because they're more patient. They don't rush. They're not going super fast. And I think sometimes in the open fencing it goes too fast and they make mistakes. You don't see that as much here because they're more patient in the attacks.
Well, Channing forcing her way through there to re-establish the lead for the American team.
She searches for the blade. Referee thinks they both do. And there's the attack to end the first round. The Americans have a 5-3 lead after the first round.
Yeah, good solid start, but not much in it. And obviously in saber, you can claw back a number of hits in a row here. So
that can go away very fast.
Yeah, and the Australians have fenced really well today.
Yeah.
They've been a really strong unit, and I've mentioned earlier on in the day that sometimes when a team comes together, if the unit gels really well, they can outperform what you might think as their ranking based on individuals. Germany, a great example of that.
You're right, and Australia's definitely done that today. Nobody really expected them to be here, and here they are fighting for the bronze medal.
Yeah, and they're taking it as seriously as every other team. So we move on to our second match here, and it's Melissa Jung, a category
Robin Pernice.
Yeah, the category A fencers. Looking for the blade that time and missing out.
Yeah, in the last round, Pernice did a good job of keeping the Americans close. She had a couple of big comebacks to keep them close to the Brits, and in the end, they ended up losing a close match, but she did a lot to help them. She's pulling away here now. She's got a couple touches real quick to start this round. She's on the attack now, and she finishes with a beautiful long attack at the end to catch her at the end of the piece before she went off.
Member of the USA team, Robin Pernice, at last year's championships where they took a bronze medal. In fact, they won a gold in 2017.
Yes.
So really solid member, regular member of the USA team, Robin Pernice.
Yeah, she's been on it for a while now. She got caught there. See, this is a good example of somebody moving first and not doing the right thing with their hand and getting caught in preparation from their opponent. And this time she was ready for that. She knew she was going to do it. She let her come with the attack in preparation. She took the parry post to hit her. So she was tactically being smart there. And then right back to the attack in preparation again. Her hand goes down and she's getting caught in the middle. That's a parry riposte. Referee says it's simultaneous.
And he's stepping away from that one.
Very nice. She draws her short and takes the riposte and hits. And the Americans have a 4-point lead now. So she increased the lead by 1 there.
Yeah, solid start from the USA here, but let's not rule out the Australians just yet.
Oh,
Bill,
no, not at all.
No.
It's a long way to go. I've seen 15-touch runs.
Yeah, it's incredible what can happen here. We saw Great Britain coming back against the USA in the second leg of that semi-final with a 9-1 run. It was incredible from Viv Frith against the USA team. While we move over to our our Cat B fencers do for Australia and Mazarol, the world champion for the USA. Bill, I got to say, this competition looks like an open World Cup, at least at that standard, maybe
awesome.
better than some.
They've done a really good job this year. This is one of the better setups for the finals that I've seen. I've been coming 5 years now, and this is one of the best setups I've seen for the finals. Did a really nice job. And there's Mazarol, draws her short, takes over, and scores again. She's caught in preparation that time. Again, she starts first, but she drops her hand. The Australian makes a direct action against her and catches her in prep and hits her.
Yeah, Du's been fencing really well in this tournament, and she's just got another hit as well. And when she's not fencing, she's coaching her teammates as well. She's really very
I noticed that.
involved in the whole setup of the team.
Simultaneous action there, both doing the same thing at the same time. I'm actually surprised the referee hasn't stopped Du yet and changed her court, because that light can be distracting to your opponents, and it's going off all the time.
Yeah, we saw that a bit yesterday as well, but the referees are keen to just carry on the fight. The first action from the Australian misses. So another good leg for the USA. But that's blocked
right
out.
In the guard. Yeah, she smacked her right in the guard. Hands too high, and she was waiting on it.
Too much preparation there for the
Yeah,
Australian.
now it ties it up at 3 apiece for this round. Americans still have a lead. She might have caught her again there. Yeah, the referee thinks that she caught her again in preparation, so it's the same action she's been doing. She drops her hand and she's catching her each time. She's waiting for it now, and that time she stops. The referee said they both stop and go, so no touch. Nice touch by Mazarol.
A bit more patient off the line.
Yeah, and now it's a 4-4 match. This round is 4-4. Oh, and the attack in preparation misses, and the counterattack lands, and that'll be 15. And they'll move through this round.
So just building the lead again.
Yeah, 1 by 1. They were 4, now it's 5.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Strong outing in this bronze medal match. Now, Bill, you're a great person to have in the box, but for people that don't know the full extent of your depth and knowledge in fencing, when you're not competing at the Veterans Championships, you're a regular on the international circuit of referees around the globe. You're doing a number of World Cups and Grand Prix this season?
Yeah, and coaching. So
and this is where I was going.
Still
when you're
fencing
not
myself.
doing that.
Still fencing myself sometimes.
Well, give a shout out to where you coach.
Well, I just left. We're opening a new club now. As you know, for many years I ran Fencers Club of Arizona in Arizona. We had a lot of kids. I moved from there recently, and now I'm back in Florida, which is where I grew up at, and we're opening a new club there, and that club is going to be Ancient City Fencers Club, because St. Augustine is the ancient city. It's the oldest city in America. So
great stuff. And weather conditions in Florida?
Beautiful. Much better than they were in Arizona. Arizona was hot. Florida's hot, but not like Arizona.
A little sticky at some times of the year.
Yeah,
humid,
it is.
But
it is.
Nice part of the world. That's.
But
for
I live
sure.
in the north part of the state, so it's a little bit cooler than South Florida. South Florida, where Miami, Florida is at, which is what everybody knows. It's real hot there, real sticky.
Well, we get underway for the second of the C category outings, and looks to me like no substitutions made by the teams as yet.
No. That's a remise that lands by Channing. She evens it up at 1 apiece in this round, 16-11 for the Americans. Again, the Australians looking for the blade that time, and Channing just slows down and finishes her attack and scores the touch. Again, the Australian attacks in preparation, but it's right on the guard, and Channing is able to follow through and finish. And now the Americans have an 18-11 lead. And again, the same thing, the Australians searching for the blade again, doesn't find it, Channing hits. Now it's 19-11, she's having a really good round for the Americans.
And here's that patient approach on the long attack again.
She's very patient. This time she's on the guard and she gets caught, so the Australians will get one back here. and the remise hits. And the Americans go up by 8 now. Nice job by Channing that round. She did a really good job for them.
A really good job, and it was 1 by 1 up until that fourth leg, and now the Americans have opened up that lead, as Bill said, to 8 points in a commanding position in this bronze medal match. Now, Bill, I want to go back to the importance of it. And obviously, you know, from being from the States, you have a very strong team and a lot of fencers, and your senior team, your open team are doing really well here, but you also have a very strong, the Americans have a very strong veterans category.
Yeah, this veterans team is very strong. Every year they're winning a lot of medals. I mean, I think we had 12 people in the top 8 yesterday, and in all the events going on, and so far I think we've had 6 today, plus the women fencing for the bronze. So 6 men in the top 8, all 4 of the Vet 50s and 2 of the Vet 60s. And then the women are now fencing for bronze. So it's a pretty strong day. And typical our state, we're the strongest of our teams usually.
But it's ultra competitive, especially at the moment, because the World's Veterans Championships comes to the States, is it not?
In 2 years, yeah. In 2 years it'll be in Daytona Beach. So 2021, I believe it is.
And to have a World Championships on home soil, it's a big
awesome
thing.
It's 45 minutes from my house. I'm excited about it. It'll be the fastest trip I've ever made to Veteran World Championships. Oh, there's a counterattack that lands. Young goes back and sticks her arm out and gets the counterattack to land. And then she makes a nice attack following that up. She slowed her down with that counterattack, and she got a little bit cautious and then got caught with the attack after that. And now they're together simultaneous.
So Melissa Young trying to make a fight back here.
Right. Oh, he calls it Perry riposte. Now they're going to ask for video.
Oh, Pernice immediately calls for the video.
I think that might get changed. It looked like Pernice hit on the riposte, but the referee thought otherwise. We'll see what he thinks after the video. And they immediately asked for the video. Taking their time, they're looking at the video. The referee has when they ask for video, the referee comes back and he consults with another video referee, and they determine, you know, if it was right or wrong. It's one of the good things now that we have video. It's been super helpful.
First time at these championships? Yeah.
No, we had it last year was the first time.
The first time was last year?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, because I spoke to a couple of people, maybe it's a few newbies from the teams that they'd never had the experience of being able to use a video referee, and they learnt not to burn their videos too quickly because you have a restricted number.
And they keep the call. They didn't change it, so she must have been in the guard, I guess. That's what they're saying. There's an attack in preparation that just misses, and Pernice finishes her action and gets another point on the board. She's struggling a little bit this round. In there she goes. She gets another Perry riposte there. She's starting to feel a little more comfortable and get back in her groove.
Well, it's 5-3 to Pernice in the first
There's another
outing.
one.
And here it's now 4-6. Australian getting 7 in fact.
4-7 now. Yeah, she changed a little bit. She was a little bit too passive in the first round, and now she's become more aggressive, and it's working out for her. And that'll finish that round. And Americans still have a lead. It's a little bit smaller now, but they're still in front by 6.
Yeah, a really strong outing from Melissa Young in her second fight here. Has given the Australians a fighting chance, but you have to say arguably the two strongest members of the competing teams coming on for this last match. Lydia Mazarov from the United States and Du Min Yi from Australia.
Yeah, and Lydia had a great day yesterday. She won the World Championships yesterday. It's her first time winning. She's been here a few times, and great fencer, has done a great job for the team, and finally got it all together yesterday, and she's fenced well today so far too, so it's continuing for her.
It's tough at open level to at World Cups where you have to fence for 2 days potentially in an individual tournament and then potentially fight for your team. How is it at veterans level when all these ladies fenced yesterday in the individual matches and they have to fight again today?
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, you get sore, you're tired, you know, fighting injuries, a lot of them. It's not easy. She's got strong defense now. She's trying to hold her off. She always keeps good distance. She's able to move very well.
Yeah, changes speed beautifully, doesn't she?
Yeah, and she has that nice action right there where she just kind of patiently waits and then shoots it over the wrist to hit on the hand. She does it a lot. It's a really nice touch for her. It's a great touch right there. She just pulls distance, makes her short, takes over and hits. I think the Australian may have even crossed there. Nobody noticed that. Looked like it.
Great trickery on the feet from Mazarol.
Yeah. Referee calls simultaneous there. There's an attack in preparation. Referee sees it otherwise, and he gives the attack to
yeah, I've
the
seen
Australian.
that a lot today with the pauses where perhaps at an open level you give attack into preparation. And it's almost like there's just a little bit of extra time for the veterans category.
Seems that way. And the Australian was running at her again and gets caught with the counterattack, one light. Mazarol misses her attack there, and it's kind of an opposition closeout for the Australian to score. They're keeping it close now. They're not really getting away. Simultaneous action.
Yeah, but the Americans just 2 points away from securing the bronze medal here at the World Championships. Make that
one more to go. She gets caught with her hand down again as she did in the first match, and gets caught in preparation there. And Australians get one touch closer.
Oh,
nice repost, really nice parry repost by Du of Australia. She was very patient there and drew her out, took the parry post. Attack in preparation there, and that's going to get it closer even. Now it's 24-29.
Cool. We could have a video review here. I don't see this one changing.
I don't think so either. I think that's correct.
They both sort of make a little exploratory action, and then Du's just quicker off the line.
Yeah, she was a little bit late, and they both make the preparation. Du's a little faster, like you said.
Well,
Mazarol seems to think that it hit her guard, but it didn't seem so from here.
Well, the referee's already back, so a very quick look means that usually it's a very quick decision to turn it around. Always sticking with his decision. Both Bill and I agree with the referee that that hit was for Du.
Yeah, she felt strongly that it hit her guard, but they didn't see it in the video, and I didn't see it from here either. Another simultaneous action. That white light's still on. Oh, and she misses the attack. Du's back on the attack, trying to get one touch closer, and she does. She's on a little bit of a run here. She's, I think, 4 or 5 in a row now. There's another one. She got her in preparation again. That's, I think it's 6 touches, 5 or 6 in a row now.
Clever stuff off the line from the Australian, but brings
and
her
no
arm
light,
back.
And that's going to be it. One light, and Mazarol closes it out, and the Americans win the bronze.
Brilliant stuff from the United States of America, recovering from the loss in the semi-finals against Great Britain to take the bronze medal here at the World Veterans Fencing Championships in the Women's Team Sabre tournament. Don't go far. Bill and I will be back for the gold medal match very shortly.
Thanks.
Well, I say that. There's been a call from the assistant referee. And there seems to be some kind of debate going on here. Look, you're the expert here. Why would the score has come down from 30 to 29
I'm
for
not
the
sure
USA.
what happened. I didn't see what happened there.
It's got to be some kind of technical failure, hasn't it?
Maybe that was what happened. Maybe it was a problem with her equipment. They're having a conversation about this now.
And they're playing with the spool, and so at some point in that final action, it looks to me like the spool wire potentially came out, or the body wire came out of the...
Well, if the body wire comes out, that's your issue. It's not going to overturn. It had to have come out from the back. Yeah, it had to have come out from the back or from the reel. Otherwise, you don't get rid of the touch. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Well, it looks like they may well be replacing that spool, so that yes, they
Right.
are indeed.
So that's where the problem was.
Well, just when we thought it was all over,
I thought it was over too.
straight on to posting on Facebook, I think, to say that your team had
I was
won a
working
bronze
on it.
medal. And then we turn around and well, the fight is still underway. I don't think I've ever seen a failure like that at such a crucial time.
No, it was strange because they were done. They were shaking hands. Everybody was going away, and then all of a sudden
The
they
assistant
changed it.
referee realised that the school cable, the ground
We
lead
still
was
have the
above.
same problem with the flashing white light from the Australian side.
Yeah, and I wonder if they will make a technical switch here at the end
They're
of
being
this fight.
instructed now by one of the officials to make that change. Let's see if they're going to do it. Yeah, they're going to make her change their court, it looks like.
Get a bit of extra airtime here, the Australians. It does.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they didn't do that before. You usually don't want to have that fight.
Yeah.
It's a distraction to the referee. Excuse me.
Yeah, and
to their
and to the
fencer,
audience as well.
to the
yeah.
audience. It's not normal. Normally they change that right away.
But this is an interesting dynamic now because it's all about now mental stability and concentration and being able to, for both fencers, in a slightly different perspective. It's a second bite of the cherry for Australia when it was ultimately over. Mazarol still has the 3-point lead and would still be favourite to take it.
I thought she won already, and now she's back. Now she's back fencing again, and she thought it was over, and she got to refocus and keep her head in the game.
She looks like she's staying in control, though. She looks like she's keeping her cool and calm.
Yeah, she's relaxed. She doesn't look too stressed over there.
Du's got a very stoic look about her. She's very focused, very concentrated. She's taking her fencing seriously. I bumped into her yesterday after she took the silver medal. So we've got the best two in the individual tournament going up against each other, and she was disappointed.
Yeah, I'm sure
with
she was.
a silver medal.
I got the silver a few years ago, and I was disappointed that day as well, so I understand her feelings.
But she was gallant. She said, tomorrow we have the team event. So she's based out of Sydney, as she told me yesterday.
Yeah, she's trying to fight back and bring her team back. She's had a pretty good run this round. I'm not sure of the exact score.
Yeah, it's been very impressive for them.
6 or 7 touches she scored.
7-4 for the Australian.
Yeah, she's done well to bring them back close. So we'll see if she can finish it out or if Mazarol's going to be able to close it out. Yeah, it's tough getting second. In Stralsund, Germany, I lost in the final to Vittorio Carrera, who is, 6 or 7 times world champion. And it was a frustrating match for me, so I'm sure she was frustrated yesterday. And it's tough, Now she has a chance to redeem herself and her team, and she's giving it her all. She's fenced very well this match. She's definitely outscored her in this match, and she's trying to see if she can close it out.
Yeah, she's within touching distance, just 4 points to get to that magic score of 30, but Mazarol, you'd prefer to be in her shoes.
She only needs 1, so I think hopefully she'll be able to close it out, but we'll see how it goes here. She draws her short again, which is what she'd been doing earlier. Not able to finish the attack. Du's back on the attack, trying to score another touch, as she does.
Patient stuff from the Australian.
Now she gets it within 2.
Oh, lovely.
And there's the parry riposte, and that's going to end it. Now it's over for sure. The Americans get the bronze.
Yeah, sporting handshake from Du. She smiled at her opponent. She had a great final leg, but Mazarol has finally taken the USA to the bronze medal. Bill,
good weekend for her, gold and bronze for her, so that's a good day. Good weekend for her, for sure.
Very, very good. Congratulations to Team USA. We're going to have very, very short break in commentary as they switch things around, and next up,